Hey, good morning. I'm trying to Hey, nothing much. Yeah, let me give you a call back. I'm about to teach online. I'm a teacher, so I'm teaching something from online. But I took care of the taxes. That's what I was about to tell you. But I'll call you back, okay? Okay. What's up, Joanna? What's up, yourself? What's up, Michael? How's everybody doing today? What's up, Antonia? Hey, Claudia. I hope everybody's having a good day, man. I'm good, Michael. I just be chilling, bro. All right, today we're gonna keep it easy, bro. Do 5.3 game. We're gonna do estimating. All right, what's up, Ivan? What's up, Michaela? All right, come closer. Um, we're gonna do estimating today. All right, if you got your book, this is page 31. Okay, today is page 31. All right. Um, everything good with me. I'm gonna give everybody like maybe like one more minute to see who all gonna come to class today, and then we'll go from there. We're gonna do like 4 problems, and then what's up, Miguelito? We're gonna do 4 problems, and then we'll be good. Today is just estimating, right? So I want you to remember that you can estimate in your real life. All you do really is round the numbers up a little bit, and then use them rounded numbers to solve the problem. All right. And I do it all the time at the grocery store. If something is like $1.89, I'll be like, all right, that's $2. Or if something is $9.95, oh, okay, that's $10. You know what I'm saying? So I round it, and then I use them rounded numbers to estimate about how much I'm gonna pay at the grocery store. You see what I'm saying? And that works. That way, I won't be at the front of the line, and you be up there with you ain't got enough money. You see what I'm saying? So estimating, that's a real life example of how we estimate. I do it all the time. Like when I do Christmas shopping, I'll be like, look, man, I'm gonna spend about $500. That's it. And then I'll be like, okay, this person gift, I'll round it up. That person gift, I'll round it up. Then I add them all up and make sure it stay under my budget. All right. So grown up people, we use estimating all the time. All right. So in estimating, there's really 2 steps. Right. So step one, I'm gonna write the steps. Step one. All right. Or if you Spanish speaking, paso uno. Step one. Right. Step one is to round the numbers. All right. Step one, round the numbers. Step two, solve the problem. Solve the problem with rounded numbers. All right. It's only really 2 steps. Right. When you're estimating, you round the numbers that you got. That means you're not going to use the actual numbers. You're going to use numbers that's close to the real number, but more comfortable for you to deal with. Like I said, if I'm at the store and it's something that's $1.89, it's much easier to just add up $2 than it is to add up $1.89 plus the real number. So it's easier to use the rounded numbers, but you got to make sure you stay close to the real number. All right. So step one, you're going to round the numbers that you're supposed to use in the problem. Then step two, you're going to solve the problem with the rounded numbers. Right. And that's the basics of estimating. All right. So if we look at page 31, right? Look at page 31. We're going to do the 4 problems. All right. All right. Everybody, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to go. Do the thumbs up emoji. It's okay, Natalie. We just not getting started. We good. All right. Miguelito's ready. Yourselves ready. Ivan's ready. Michael's ready. All right. All right, cool. Let's get started. All right. So on page 31, if you got page 31 open, number 1 says, in a spelling bee, the winner and 3 other competitors each spelled 18 words correctly. About how many total words did the student spell correctly? All right. So you got a spelling bee going on right now, right? And it says the winner and 3 competitors. That means there's 4 kids, right? So you got 4 students in a spelling bee. It says the winner and 3 other competitors. That's 4 people. You got 4 kids in the spelling bee, and it says they each spelled 18 words. So 4 students each spelled 18 words, right? And you want to know about how many total words. All right? So this is the basics of the problem. I got 4 students, the winner and 3 other people. Each person spelled 18 words. So that's 4 times 18, right? Then about how many is the total? Because I see this word about, that lets you know I ain't interested in the real answer. I'm interested in an estimated answer, right? All right. Hold on real quick. Let me silence my phone. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to open the door for my wife. I locked her outside. But anyway, when you see the word about, it means don't use the word, don't use the real numbers. Use the estimated numbers, right? So 4 times 18, right? So, good. I'm looking in the notes. Claudia says, Mister, you round 18 and that's 20, right? So good. I'm not going to use 18. Right now, the problem is 18 times 4, right? Right now, the number is 18 times 4. But that would be the real answer. That's not the rounded answer. That's not the estimated answer. But Claudia says, Mr. T, round 18 to 20. Right? Now, if you multiplying, 20 is easier to deal with. So you use 20 because it's easier to multiply than 18. Why? Because anything times 0 is 0. And then you got your tools. Everybody know their tools timetables. So 20 is easier to multiply than 18. So we're going to use 20 because the whole point of estimating is to get an easier problem. Now, you don't have to round 4 because 4 is easy to deal with, right? So we can just move this 4 over and then do 20 times 4, right? So step 1, we rounded the numbers. We rounded 18 up to 20. And step 2, we're going to solve the problem with the rounded numbers, all right? There's 4 students, so you still have the 4 students, and each of them spelled 18 words, which means each of them spelled about 20 words, all right? About how many total? Well, 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 2 is 8. So about 80 words, all right? Now, Michael, the real answer is 72, right? But we're not doing the real work. We're doing estimating. Estimating uses close numbers, but you're more comfortable with the numbers that you use. All right? The whole point of estimating is to find numbers that are close, but more comfortable to deal with. Right? See, 20 is close to 18, but it's more comfortable to deal with. All right? So when you're estimating, we don't use the real numbers. Okay? Now, I know in 4th grade, your teachers told you, do the real work and then pick the number that's close to it. That's not estimating. Okay? All right? Does anyone have any questions about number 1? If you have a question about number 1, you can type it in, or you can hit the emoji with 0 with the line drawn through. That means no questions. All right, Ivan is good. Your cell is good. Natalie's good. All right, make sure y'all hit the like button too. I gotta get my likes up. All right, Miguelito say no questions. All right, cool. So that was number 1. Okay. Now, for number 2, good, Michael. The answer was 80. Good. So for number 2, it says the table shows the attendance at 5 basketball tournament games, right? So I'm gonna put the the table up here. All right. So on the left side, you got the games, right? And then you got 5 of them. One, two, three, four, 5, right? And then on the right side, you got the number to go with it. And that number represents the number of people at the game. All right. So this must be a stadium or something. They must be talking about a stadium where a lot of people go to the game. They must be talking about where the Rockets play or something like that. Right? So the first game had 16,287 people. The second game had 15,709 people. The third game had 13,202 people. The fourth game had 17,050 people. All right. And the fifth game has 15,351. All right. Now, your question is, what is the best estimate for the total tournament attendance, right? Now, since we're looking for the total tournament attendance, that means out of all of the games, because a tournament is a series of games. So, like if you watch basketball, if you watch football, especially basketball, they have the NCAA tournament. That's the college basketball tournament. Y'all might have heard of March Madness and all of that. That's the tournament. So it's not just one game; it's a group of games put together. So these are the 5 games in the tournament, and these are all the people that came to each game. So the question wants to know, what is the best estimate of the total tournament attendance? That means all of the games put together. Now, if I'm asking for the total, what I want you to do is type in what operation do you think I should use on this problem. I want to see if you guys know what to do. Type it in. All right. Michael says add, I think, but I'm not sure. Claudia says multiply. All right. Anybody else? Michael and Claudia, they the only one that know how to do the operations, right? Nobody else know nothing. All right. Again, I have a tournament with 5 different games, and it got number of people in each game. How do I find the total for the whole tournament attendance? Right? Michaela thinks multiply. All right. Natalie says multiply. All right. Now, Yacel says multiply. All right. Now, for those of you who said multiply, ask yourself, do I have equal groups? Because in multiplication, you need equal groups. Are these numbers equal? Because in multiplication, you need equal groups. Right? So for instance, Mr. Traham has 10 boxes of pencils. And each box has 5 pencils in it. Well, then you say Mr. Traham has 50 pencils, right? Because if I got 10 boxes and there's 5 pencils in each box, that's 10 times 5, which is 50. The only way you multiply is if you have equal groups. These numbers aren't equal. So that means that Michael was correct, because Michael said adding. It is adding, right? Good, but it's okay. You guys haven't been to school in 3-4 months, so I know y'all forgetting. All right, that's why I asked you that. All right, it's adding. All right, I'm asking for a total. The good thing y'all know is you did know that multiplying and adding gives you totals. But remember this, you never multiply to get a total unless you got equal groups. If you don't got no equal groups, you can't multiply. All right. Now, since Michael is correct, we have to add. Now we need to figure out what numbers are we adding, because it says estimating. It ain't the real numbers. It's close to them, but more comfortable numbers, right? So If you look at all the answer choices, A says 81,000. B says 77,000. C says 75,000. D says 71,000. Well, what all of those numbers have in common is all of them are rounded to the nearest thousand. So what you think you're finna do with these numbers? Round them all to the nearest thousands, right? So if you ever want to figure out, Mr. Tran, how do I round these numbers, bro? Well, look at the answer choices, and the answer choice is going to give you a clue. If all the numbers in the answer choices are rounded to the nearest thousand, you take these numbers and round it to the nearest thousand. All right? So the thousands, this is 16,287, right? Well, if you round it to the nearest thousands, you need to look in the spot behind it, which is the hundreds place, right? And the hundreds place gonna tell the thousands place what to do. So basically, if you got 500 or more, you go up 1,000. If you less than 500, then you stay the same at the 1,000 that you already at. So I got 16,287. That's less than 500. So I stay at 16,000. Right? 15,709. Well, 709, that's above 500. So I go up to the next 1,000, which is 16,000. Right? 13,202. Well, 202 is less than 500. So it stays at 13,000. All right. 17,050. Well, 50 is less than 500. So I'm staying at 17,000. Right. And 15,351. Well, 351 is less than 500. So the 1,000 spot stays the same. 15,000. Right? Now, like Michael said, to find the total, you need to add them all. But it's going to be really, really easy because you have all of them thousands. All these 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Well, the first three numbers is 0, 0, 0. Correct? Now from here, you just got to add up these numbers. Well, 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. 15 plus 7 is 22. And 22 plus 5 is 27. So that's a 7 carried a 2. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So you have about 77,000 people, right? Which means the answer is B. All right. Any questions about number 2? You can type it in. If you don't have any questions, 0 with the line drawn through it. No questions. All right. Wyatt does of the week for 7 weeks. About how many push-ups will he do in all? Right? Now, what we already know, yeah, 29 push-ups in the morning. 29 in the morning, right? Move you closer because I know it got that glare. 29 in the morning. You got 36 in the evening. All right. And then he's going to do the same number of push-ups every day of the week for 4 weeks. About how many push-ups will he do in all? So every day for 4 weeks. Right? Now, if you're doing something every day for 4 weeks, well, there's 7 days a week. So every day for 4 weeks is 7 days times 4 weeks, which is 28 days. That means every day for 4 weeks is 28 days. All right. Now, that'll make it a little bit easier because 29 in the morning, 36 in the evening, this creates a whole day. So this is the whole day. And then every day for 4 weeks is 28 days. So now you have a multiplication problem. I know how many push-ups I do each day. I know how many I do each day, and I know how many days I did them. So a number of days times how much is done each day, that gives you the total push-ups. Okay? Now, the only problem is we're not using the real numbers. 29 is probably going around to 30 in the morning. And 36 is close to 40 in the evening. All right? Now, if they do about 30 push-ups in the morning and about 40 push-ups in the evening, then that means they do about 70 push-ups a day, right? And now 70 push-ups a day, and it's 4 weeks, all right? So it's 28 days. All right. Now, 70 times 28, but we're not going to use 28. We're going to use about 30 days. All right. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 7 is 0. Put that 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 7 is 21. All right. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0. 2100. All right. Now, you're saying, Mr. Traham, they don't have 2100 as an answer, right? And the reason why they don't have 21 as an answer is because they didn't count every day for 21 days. What they did was they only talking about Monday through Friday. They didn't count the weekends, right? So If you only count Monday through Friday, let me show you how they got their answer, right? If you only do Monday through Friday, then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's 5 days, right? And if you do 4 weeks, well, 5 times 4 is 20, right? So instead of 30 days, if you count the weekend, we're going to do 20 days if it's just Monday through Friday, right? So that's 20 days. Now you'll see the answer that they want you to have. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 7 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 7 is 14. This is the answer that they want you to have. 1400 days, which is B. They only did Monday through Friday. I actually did Monday through Sunday, the entire every day of the week. All right. So you see how they got 1400? Again, the 20 days comes from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5 days a week, and then times 4 weeks. 5 times 4 is 20. Right? I think they should have did all 7 days a week, but hey, that's me. All right. Any questions about number 3? You can type it in. If not, give me a thumbs up. Ready to go. All right. Now, the last one, number 4. At summer camp, the counselors want to order beads for crafts. There are 597 campers at the camp. All right. 597 campers at the camp. I'll tell you what, let me turn the light off. There we go. And get rid of that glare. Anyway, there are 597 campers at the camp, right? So the problem says each bead projects use 89 beads. About how many beads should the counselors order? Now they trying to order beads for the whole camp, and it's 597 campers. And to make one bead, you need 89. To make one project, you need 89 beads. All right, so the problem says each one of them, each project, you need 89 beads. So you have 597 campers and you have 89 beads each. So what if you're trying to find the total, because each one is the same amount, because each one is equal, now I can multiply 597 times 89 because each one of them need 89. So camper 1 needs 89, camper 2 needs 89, camper 3 needs 89, camper 4 needs 89. Now, since they are all equal number that they each need, I can multiply. The number of campers is 597, and each of them need 89. So that's 597 times 89. Right? Now, it would take us a long time to figure this out if we wasn't estimating. Because 9 times 7, 9 times 9, 9 times 5, 0 times 8 times 7, 8 times 9, 8 times 5. That's difficult. But we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is estimate. We're going to find a number that's close to the real number, but more comfortable for you to deal with. Right? Now, I want you to type in, instead of 597, what number do you think we should use instead of 597 if we were rounding 597 to something that's close but more comfortable? Type in what you think we should round 597 to. Good. Michael says 600. Michaela, you gonna round 597 to 80? Good, yourself, 600. Good. Now, 597 rounds to 600. 600 is really, really close to 597. And it's more comfortable to multiply that 600 than it is to multiply that 597. Because you got them zeros. And zeros make everything comfortable. It make everything easier. All right. Now, Michaela, I think you were thinking about the 89. Right? So if I were gonna do the 89 beads, is 89 beads closer to 80 or closer to 90 beads? I think that 89 is closer to 90 beads. All right. Now, you got two numbers that's close to the real numbers. 597 is only three away from 600. 89 is only one away from 90. So it's very, very close to the real numbers. All right. Good job, Michaela. 90. All right. Now, it's way easier to multiply these numbers. Why? Because all these zeros don't make it easy. The only thing you really got to multiply is 6 times 9. That's it. The rest is zeros. But if you do right here, you got to do this times this, this times this, this times this, and put a zero, then this times this, this times this, this times this, then add all of them up. The whole part of estimating, the whole point is to get an easier problem, bro. This is way easier. And you still going to be close to the real answer. All right? Now, 0 times 0, 0 times 0, 0. 0 times 6, 0. Anything times 0 is 0. All right? So the whole first row is 0. Then you put my placeholder 0. 9 times 0, 0. 9 times the middle 0, 0. 9 times 6 is 54. Add it up, you got 54,000. Right? Which is the letter B. All right? Now, if you did the real work, watch how complicated it would have been. 9 times 7 is 63. That's a 3 carry the 6. 9 times 9 is 81. Plus this 6 is 87. 9 times 5 is 45. Plus 8 is 53. Right? You cross them out. 0. 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 9, 72. Plus 5 is 77. And 8 times 5 is 40, plus 7 is 47. Now, if you add up the real answer, that's 3, that's 13, that's 10 plus 1 is 11, that's 12 plus 1 is 13, and that's a 5. Now look, the real answer is 53,133. But look how hard this work was. The estimated answer is 54,000. Still close, but look how easy this problem was. You can do this problem in 10 seconds, 10, 15 seconds. If you don't know your facts, it's going to take you a long time to do that. You see what I'm saying? So the whole point of estimating, use close numbers. These numbers are close, but these numbers are more comfortable. It's easier for you to do these problems, right? Any questions about anything we learned today about estimating, you can type it in. If not, you can put the no questions sign. All right, you good? Ivan's good. Miguelito's good. Michael's good. Yourselves good. Michaela's good. All right, cool. All right, this is what I want y'all to do. Um, hey, what's up, Mr. Newbie? Um, what I want you to do, I want you to find an article to read. All right. So I normally teach you math, but I'm gonna throw a little reading in here today. All right. So if you got a computer, if you got a phone, then what I want you to do is Google something for me. All right. So I'm gonna give you some reading homework tonight. Okay. All right. So I don't have any books to give you out, but what I'll do is I'm gonna tell you what to research. This is what I want you to research. Boston Tea Party. All right. I'm gonna type it in too. What I want you to do, all you have to do to do your reading homework for today is I want you to Google Boston Tea Party. Now, if you don't know how to spell it, I'm typing it in right now. I want you to Google Boston Tea Party. Now, when you come on here tomorrow, I'm going to ask you to type in something that you learned. I'm going to ask you, what did you learn about the Boston Tea Party? Okay? All right? And there's a reason why I'm asking you this too. All right? So for reading, I want you to just read an article. I want you to Google Boston Tea Party, and I want you to read an article about Boston Tea Party. And we'll talk about it tomorrow, okay? That way I can teach you reading and math. Okay? All right. Any questions about that? Everybody's good. If you good, if you understand what to do for reading, give me a thumbs up. Miguelito, you don't understand? You said nope. Oh, you said no for no questions. My bad. All right. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 11. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna do reading and math. All right, because Ms. Anubi was supposed to do reading with y'all, but they moved her to do different grades. So I'm gonna do a little bit of reading and a little bit of math. Okay. All right. Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all look up Boston Tea Party. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow at 11. Okay. Peace. Oh, Miguel, Michael, and Natalie, Miss Anubi is gonna send you some more practice. Okay.